Welcome, BMX race fans, to stop number 2 on the USA BMX Pro Series right here in Oldsmar, Florida, which is a staple on the USA BMX schedule. It's been 2 months since we started off the season in Reno, Nevada, and I kind of want to know what this guy's been doing for the last 2 months. This, my common law marriage partner and Hair Club for Men client, TB Tyler Brown. What have you been doing?
Guys, how you been? It's great to be back. Donnie, I missed you. It's been a couple months.
Yes.
Like you said, we're back here. It's been a couple months since we've been racing. Everybody's been hitting it hard. Everybody's been training, ready to go. And we're at stop 2 of the USA BMX Pro Series Tour. And we're ready to race, man.
I think so. The weather's ready to have us race.
The weather is beautiful. It is sunny. It is hot. We're going to be sweating when we're on camera today.
The track, ready to go as usual.
Track is smooth as glass. I went over, I was talking to John. They said they got a bunch of rain just a few days ago. Wouldn't even tell by looking at this place. The place is amazing. Really hard packed. Track looks awesome, ready to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't say now, can't wait to get on this track. It's got, the hill's a little bit different out here. It's kind of like a cross between a regular hill and a world's hill for the amateurs.
It's a half crescent moon just going backwards.
Basically, that's what it is. So, but the hill's a little different out here. This track is always fast, asphalt corners. It's always a good one to race on.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's going to be a great time. Always great great atmosphere out here. Like I said, the track, the people running, it's great. John Sawyer, a lot of, obviously, foreigners coming over, South Americans.
How many riders are we going to have in AA this weekend?
Maybe 100. It doesn't matter.
Well, now they have junior in it as well. So we're going to have the USA guys, the junior guys, all the foreign guys here. This could be one of the biggest weekends for the elite men's class we've had in a long time.
It could be. There's going to be, obviously, the people that we know and love here. We're going to have all the people, the youngsters coming in. We have some people that we haven't seen in a while.
We have some Reno main makers, by the way, in case you guys are wondering.
Just one day. That's okay.
But we each made it one day.
Exactly.
So
we'll take it.
That takes care of that. You know, it's been a little bit. So me and Dawn were both happy to start off the year with each making a main event.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're back for stop 2, and let's go for a couple main events, Donnie. I want to race you in the main events.
That would be nice.
You made it Saturday, I made it Sunday.
Let's start off today in practice, see who wins today, and then we can, you know,
go from there.
Yeah, we can grow from there.
Yeah, let's grow from there. That's a good point. So, what have you been up to the last couple months, Don?
Not much, obviously. You know, being us pros, we train a lot.
Yeah.
I have been trying to do dip my fingers in a few new things.
Hold on, one of those I'd like to know about. I'm going to interrupt you. What's the Instavisor?
Instavisor.
What is that? Tell us a little bit about that, Donnie.
Actually, it was 2 Olympians in the past, a speed skater and a rower that I've been in contact with for the past 7-8 years.
Did you meet them in the Beijing Games or training up to it?
Actually, one of them was my first agent ever.
Okay.
And back in 2007, and he started this Instavisor thing, which is basically an online training tool, webcast kind of thing, where you can talk to. They have me on there. They have a bowler, speed skater, rowers.
Whatever you're looking for, whatever
exactly.
you're doing.
People that you just go on to the website and you connect via web video.
Okay.
And you can talk about whatever, whether it's what you want to wear that day or how you're, what you can progress.
How your gate starts. Could I, if I'm wanting you to, I could set up an iPad at the track and do this video chat with you, and you could check out my gate technique, see how my starts are going, and kind of go from there?
Absolutely. It's pretty crazy and
I'm going to buy some time.
How you can connect and just get in there and we chat, like, again, on whatever you want to do. So
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
So if you guys are looking for a tip from the bronze medalist, world champion, national #1, you name it, hit up this guy on Instavisor and he'll make sure you're dialed in.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been doing the same thing, just training a lot, trying to get ready for
too?
I haven't been on Instavisor.
Oh, okay.
I just mean training.
Soon.
Training, getting ready to go. Okay. I mean, we've had a ton of great practices out at Chula Vista BMX. It's been going off. So I may not have been racing nationals, but we've been racing every Tuesday night out there.
Local nationals.
Yeah, we've been racing the local nationals, see who's winning the first turn every week. So
you had your first big rain, right?
Yeah, we definitely had that. It flooded not that long ago, same thing, but we're over that. You were actually going to come down. We were bummed to not have Donnie get in that mix, but that's all right. Now we're here in Florida, and we're going to race this weekend.
Hey, it took some time, but we're together now.
That's it. That's
and everybody's
all that matters.
here, so that's all that matters right now.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good weekend. We got a lot of good stuff in store. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to bring in our first guest of the show.
USA BMX is the world's largest sanctioning body for the sport of bicycle motocross racing. Every week, riders from age 2 to as old as 60 are racing BMX at a local track. With skill levels including novice, intermediate, expert, and even pro, there is an opportunity for everyone to compete. With over 400 tracks in North America, you are guaranteed to find a track in your area. All it takes is a bicycle and helmet to get started. BMX is the only action sport in the Olympic Games. For more information and to find a track near you, visit usabmx.com and get started today.
Boom, and we're back. USA BMX pre-show. We got the guy in the middle, if you can't recognize him, with the hat and the glasses and the thingy on his head. His face is being covered, which is really unfortunate. Riley Stair. This guy, if you don't know him, you should, but you're gonna, because he's been around forever. He's local with me in Roseville, California. We practice all the time together, which is normally I go home crying because he just whoops my butt. But he has been on a tear lately. Not so much. I mean, you've seen the progress over the last couple years with yourself, but like right in Reno, you showed that you are going to be a fixture on this scene.
A switch has been flipped. I would say if we had to give an award for most improved rider in the last 12 months in the AA class, well, I would think Riley would definitely.
And it wouldn't be because of lack of skill or anything like that. It's just putting it together. You know, he's always had the speed, the skill, everything. But it's all about putting it together in this class, and you clearly did that in Reno. Not that you couldn't have done it before, but it happened in Reno.
Well, yeah, thank you.
So what was the difference? What was?
Yeah, we'd like to know.
Yeah,
well,
really.
You know, honestly, I think racing is, as we all know, is a lot of mental. You know, and I actually was coming off of an injury, so I think a little bit less pressure on myself, and got a couple of good motos in, and just kind of rode with it from there. But yeah, Reno was really good, and hoping to keep it up this year. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Can't
Thanks,
go wrong
guys.
with that.
All right, that's it. And Riley's out here. That's all we needed to know.
Riley, what have you been up to the last couple months? First of all, how'd you do in Reno? You started off the year pretty on fire. For maybe those of you that weren't in Reno or didn't catch the results, how'd you do?
Yeah, Saturday got into the main event. Couple crashes, ended up 6th overall, I think, and then Sunday got through motos and everything and got into the main and actually pulled off a 2nd place finish overall. So
that kind of counts as first because you got second behind Sam, who pretty much has been winning everything. So you kind of got first a little bit.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, it's cool, chasing him around. He's definitely pushing us all to a new level, I'd say.
Yep.
But yeah, it was cool.
Very cool.
So off the track, let's get to know Riley for everybody else. What are your passions off the track?
Oh, man. Well, I like to take some pictures, kind of closet photographer, if you will. Build cars. That's mainly what I do outside of.
There it is.
Outside of the track, So yeah, I got a bunch of cars at home that I constantly tinker on when I'm not training or.
So the guy's not only fast on the bike, but you got a little bit of personality to you. That's what we're trying to get to know is who is the Riley Stair. We know that you're fast and you're stylish on the bike, but you got some style and you know how to find the style in life, whether that be your cars or your photos.
And he just said
like
a bunch of cars at home. I've got nuns cars at home, and he's got bunches and just can't even lend me one.
You want one?
Man, I would like one.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
Hey, give me gas money too.
We'll race for it at the track.
We could do that.
There you go.
Roseville
Race
practice.
for pink slips, but
Practice pinks.
yeah, I don't know what pink slip you could bring to the table, Don.
I have houses as collateral.
Okay, there you go.
I'd race for that.
That'll work.
I'd race for that.
That'll work. A house for a car.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Sounds good. So what are your goals for this weekend?
Man, I just want to get back on that box. I want to get back on the podium. It's been here 3 years now, and haven't been able to make it happen, but this year I think is going to be different. So that's my goal for this weekend. Stay on 2 wheels and my own 2 wheels, and
don't hook onto somebody else's 2 wheels and ride.
Don't do that.
Hey, if I could hook onto Sam's bike and just ride him to the finish line, I would do that.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, that's the goal. Put in the best work I can and see if we can't get to the podium. So.
Oh. Hey, that's as simple as that, guys. If you're at home and you're wanting to race, that's all you got to do. You got to show up, be ready, be willing, get on that box.
It's just about showing up. You're going to do the work at home. You're going to come here and just block everything out and just go and have fun. And that's what we're all going to try and do.
Just like riding a bike.
That's
just like riding
what
a
they
bike.
say.
Amen to that. Well, Riley, best of luck to you this weekend. Hope you kick some butt out there, and hopefully we can see you up on that podium this weekend like you want to get out there.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have another podcast or webcast on the podium. Like
we could do us 3. I don't care which order. I'll take whichever one.
I would too.
We can reconvene this at Saturday after the mains.
Yeah.
Excellent.
or Sunday. Don't pick a day.
Whichever
Pick
one.
whichever one.
Both.
We can do both.
We can do both. We can do both.
I do both.
Excellent. Well, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our next guest. Thanks, Riley.
Right. Thank you.
I was born in California like my new stats bloodline.
Okay, riders, let's set them up.
But I didn't start racing until my family and I moved back here to Toluca, Mexico when I was 11. I ride and train now all the time. Maybe one day I'll go back to racing the USA. Maybe even win the USA BMX Grand Nationals. My name is Andres Aviles, but they just call me Cheeto.
USA BMX pre-show. I'm Donnie. I've got a new mic, and we got some two good-looking cats right here with us right now.
I'd say
We
4,
got
but I'm not going to.
2 in the middle. We got a cute guy sandwich going on right now. T-Bone, Tanner Sebesta, Steven, the C's, Caesar. We got a veteran right here. We got a rookie. I love seeing these guys. I mean, I don't know what you guys been doing, but you've been living together nearer the Olympic Training Center in Chula Vista.
Now, these guys are both on the off-site resident program. They're Chula Vista locals now. Yep.
This is good.
Yep.
I mean, this guy's no stranger to the USA BMX or USA Cycling BMX program.
Or USA BMX. I mean, when did you start racing, man?
C's, man, tell the folks if they don't know who
Yes.
you are, they need to know, and they should. Tell them.
Give us a quick rundown. When did you start? How long you been in the game? What have you been doing?
All right, I started when I was 7 years old, and I've been a factory rider since I was 10 years old, and on the circuit, on the ABA circuit for many years. So I took a break in 2004 to 5, and came back in 2006 with an Olympic dream, and missed the cut in 2008.
No, you came back, just so you know, you came back and he was the only amateur in the elite men main event, the World Championship in Brazil. Then he made the world's main the next year. Then he made the world's podium the following year.
Wow, thanks,
So
TD.
let's be real. Give the credit where it's due, man. You've
This
been
guy, this guy was basically leading up to the 2008 Olympics, was a front runner, absolutely, with his results, with his style. He was everything that everybody was wishing they could be. Just had a little bit of luck at that, or a little bit of bad luck at those Olympic trials, which we all know anything can happen in BMX.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
not that he didn't deserve to be at the 2008 Olympics by any means.
I mean, it wasn't my time, DR. I mean, I wasn't putting in the work that I should have been at the time, and I could have done a lot more to be in the position that you were in. You were putting in a lot of hard work, and, I realize it nowadays.
But don't take the credit away from you.
No.
We traveled together. We stayed together. This guy was you deserved everything you've ever had, and you deserve everything that you're going to get.
Well, I appreciate that, DR, for sure.
So then you took a little break for a little while. We know we haven't seen you on the scene for a couple years.
Yes.
And you're back.
Yeah, I mean, I went through some hard years and had made some bad decisions, 2009 to 2010, and I needed that time off, and I needed time away from the sport, and it made me realize and appreciate things a lot more. And I'm coming back now with a different work ethic. I have a good trainer, Tomas Allier. And
One of
he's
the
helping me
legends
out.
of the sport.
And he's my hero growing up. So I mean, it just works perfectly right now.
Awesome.
Well, and that proves to everybody that if you have bad luck or something goes wrong in your life, like whether it's before or during your racing career, it's not like you can't come back, because this guy is already at the top, threat for the wins and the titles this season.
Oh, yeah.
So anything, you can turn your life around whenever you want.
So we've heard a lot about C's, the man who's been around the block for a while.
Yep.
Who do you have sitting next to you, Donnie?
I have his roommate, who is now in the elite. Dude, what are you doing?
The
You're
USA
the
national
rookie,
team on the funded
and-
team.
and you're coming in hot with a lot of dreams and aspirations.
Right.
What's your story?
So basically, I started when I was a young buck too. Been working my way up. I
had some problems, you know, been struggling as well, and just been on point out here at the center. You know, I got into the program, and basically they've been hooking me up. You know, I got to give a big thanks to James Herrera for believing in me and you know, putting me where I need to be. And I have this guy next to me who, you know, he's a big mentor in my life, and I look up to him so much. You know, I love shredding with him. You know, I watch his lines. You know, I try to take as much as I can from him. So he's been a big help along this road so far.
Well, having so much success in the amateur ranks, what is different about the pro ranks that you've seen so far?
Well, everybody, you know, everybody's on the top of their game. You know, you got to be up in the gate, worried about yourself, because everybody else is, you know, they're doing the same thing. They're doing this for a living, and you know, it's tough out there, but you just got to, you know, push through it, try your hardest, and have fun.
Okay, even a better question, more involved question. So for the people that aren't involved with the USA Cycling BMX program at the Olympic Training Center, how is it different from being in the elite class but training at home? Like, what's the atmosphere like?
Right. You know,
what makes it more serious?
Right.
I guess.
When I'm in Austin, Texas, you know, it's a party city. You get to go out with your buddies, do whatever you need to do, wake up whenever, and have a great time, right? But when you're out at the center, you know, you have to be on point, be at the center every day, impress the coaches, you know, impress yourself, and you get to train with the best athletes in the world. And that's probably the biggest
whether
part
that
about
be
it.
BMX or just anything. That's what I like about the
Right.
training center is I know I've been in the gym before and look over and Michael Phelps is doing pull-ups next
Yep.
to me. You know what I mean? So you have so much inspiration there to live like an athlete, eat like an athlete, and just embrace what being an Olympian is all
Totally.
about.
And at the same time, though, you got to take advantage of those things, because
I agree.
I was there in 2008, and I'd never touched anything around there. I was just in and out, riding the track here and there, never used the gym. And Tanner here, he listens, and, you know, and he takes my advice, and he's great. I mean, he's great to have around, and he's a hard worker, so it's paying off for him.
So what inspiration did Kyle Bennett give you?
Oh, KB.
What's our story with KB and you? I know you guys are tight.
Yeah, he was a big part there before he passed. You know, I looked up to him my whole life, and for 2 months there, we got to actually train together. And, you know, he helped me a lot on my gate starts, on and off the track. You know, I was in Louisville for the mud race, and on Saturday, he came up to me, told me what to do, and I went and performed and did exactly what he told me, and it just happened to work. So ever since that race, I really believed in him. You know, he was such a humble guy. I looked up to him that way every time. You know, if he won or lost or whatever, you didn't know. He was always so humble about it. And one big, huge thing that I liked about him was that he treated everybody the same, no matter who you were. You know, you were the same to him. So
I love how he gave you advice and then not raced himself.
Right.
Like, he didn't race in the rain and at all. So I love how he gave you advice on how to do things, and then he just sat in the chair and didn't race.
Yep.
But that's Kyle, and he taught us a lot of great lessons and how to be a great human being. And so it's no surprise that you're such a stand-up guy, because you've been around the right people in your life. So
I agree. Well, guys, best of luck to you guys this weekend. To everybody at home, these are also going to be 2 of your riders representing Team USA at the first World Cup of the year in Manchester, coming up here in just a few weeks, right, guys?
Yep.
Sir.
April.
So not only good luck to you guys out here this weekend, best of luck. Wear that USA jersey proud, and do your thing out there. And we're going to cut to our next commercial break. We have one more guest after this.
Appreciate that, Tyler.
Yep.
DR.
Thank you.
Meet Dan and his dog Bongo. They started their own dog biscuit company, but Dan wanted more. So Dan worked with Fast Signs. They created a plan to attract more customers, get more business, wag more tails. Still, Dan wanted more, and Fast Signs provided more. Fast Signs help with digital displays, mobile marketing, merchandising, fleet graphics, and more. Now Dan has more sales, more locations, more of the good life. And more is exactly what Fast Signs delivers. More than fast, more than signs, more than 530 locations worldwide.
USA BMX is the world's largest sanctioning body for the sport of bicycle motocross racing. Every week, riders from age 2 to as old as 60 are racing BMX at a local track. With skill levels including novice, intermediate, expert, and even pro, there is an opportunity for everyone to compete. With over 400 tracks in North America, you are guaranteed to find a track in your area. All it takes is a bicycle and helmet to get started. BMX is the only action sport in the Olympic Games. For more information and to find a track near you, visit usabmx.com and get started today.
Don't worry, it's still sunny right here in Oldsmar, California. It's sunny here, it's sunny there, but we're in Florida. I was in California yesterday, in Florida now, and making a sandwich in my best friend right now, Jason Rogers. I haven't seen him. I've seen you since last year here, but really this was the last month that people have seen you in a while.
Good to have you back, J-Rod.
It's good to be back, man.
Good to have you back. Look, with the sun's out. We're here in Oldsmar, California, Florida.
Sun's out, guns out, beard's out.
I'll trim it
Smiles
up.
Smiles out. You will.
Yeah.
You gonna color it too? Because a little
yeah,
bit of gray.
Hey,
don't worry, man.
I think.
So you've grown up a lot.
He deserves some gray.
Hey, is us three the oldest ones here?
I think so. You know what? I noticed that in Reno, he was the oldest one in the main event on Saturday.
And I'm 30 years old.
And
Look at this. Look at this hairline. This is 30 years old. This is not bad.
But I was the oldest one on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I think we've got to be the three old. I think Willers is our age.
Willard is maybe a little young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Maris is younger.
But Donnie's officially the oldest.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Donnie's the oldest.
Give me some aspirin. Give me some, I don't know, NyQuil to sleep. I don't know what old people do.
No, you sleep regardless. So
I'm rested up. I'm a year.
He's a year in recovery.
Yeah.
So. Jason, what have you been up to the last year, man? Fill us in. How's life been? What's new?
Life's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You always hear growing up that life is tough and everything else, and it is tough. And I'm very, very excited to be here. I'm very excited. I'm looking at BMX now as a different approach. Very thankful. It's kind of funny, me and Donnie were talking a few months back. It's like, all the traveling we've done, over the years, all the traveling we've done, it's kind of like we took for granted what we were doing and the experiences we felt and where we're at in the world and what was given to us and everything else. And yeah, I had a little bit of bad luck, last year, but things happen for a reason. So BMX was taken away from me. But, now looking at it, it's like, man, it almost was a miracle because
kind of re-energized you.
Exactly.
Kind of like we had just Cesar was on here and he was talking about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now look where he's at right now. He's funded going to Manchester and everything. So
yeah. I agree because I'm staying with a couple of young kids. I got Jordan Miranda and Sean Gaines staying in my room, the two younger GT guys, and they're getting ready to go on their first big trip by themselves to Manchester. And we all remember that, like that first big trip where we're going to the Supercross race and we're young and we don't know what we're doing, and it's just weird. We're talking about life experiences and traveling and seeing these things and taking advantage for the places that we get to go, because let's be real, guys, how many people our age that don't BMX have been to the places we have?
Yep.
This sport with these little kids' bikes bought us a lot of cool places.
Me and Don have to renew our passports this year, man.
I do too.
10 years.
I do too. Yep.
10 years on the scene.
This year.
We made it. We made it.
Yeah. That's something right there.
No, it's just BMX, like racing. It's a microcosm of life, and that's what people don't understand. Like, they think we're just riding our bikes or doing our thing, like doing a kid sport. Like, this is real life right now.
Yeah.
And you hit it on the head, Jason. I mean, when we're young, like, we think we deserve so many things, and we think we're entitled to so many things, and we think that everything and all the good stuff is going to last forever, whether it's the people that we're hanging out with or our results. Like, we think that it's always going to be easy or always work for us, and when it doesn't, like, it's just a shot of real life.
Yep.
And that's where growing up happens, and I would rather, I mean, it happens to everybody in life, right? And I would rather have that happen, like, within BMX and the people that are surrounding us, because we can lean on people.
Mm-hmm.
And BMX racing is our family, and so for that kind of growing up to happen within the sport, like, you can't ask for anything better. I mean, we're truly blessed to not only have this opportunity, but the people that are surrounding us to help us through these hard times. And again, like, Jason's gone through hard times, TV has, I myself, it just gives us a renewed spirit of, like, man, we have this in front of us right now, and this greatness, and we don't know, like, they say we're old, like, they say, but miracles happen.
Yes.
All the time. And you don't know what's...
We're getting real pre-show.
Yeah.
This is real.
And you don't know what's going to happen. And whether you think you want the results or you want, fans or impact, you don't know what's going to happen. We all have a purpose. But it's good to know that, live for the moment and enjoy it, because you never know when it's going to be the end.
Yep. That's for sure.
Let's not talk about the end. Let's talk about more important things. We're here in Oldsmar. We got a race right now.
This track is awesome.
There's no end. We're racing. We're getting on the gate for practice in just a little over an hour. We got racing tomorrow, racing Sunday. You ready to lay it all on the line? Jump back on this AA gate?
It's man, I'm gonna have to approach this race definitely different than any other race. I'm gonna be nervous, that's for sure. Not nervous, but excited.
But how fun is it to have that again?
I was telling Donnie the other day.
Exactly what he was telling me.
I was telling Don. I texted him the other day, and he didn't know what I said at first. But I texted him. I was like, BMX, like racing is like a drug. Like how you feel, the excitement you get, and everything.
It's like jumping that first big jump. You know what I mean?
And he was like, "What are you talking about?" So I had to kind of explain it. And
so I laid down on the couch, and he just let it all out.
And he was like, "Yeah, I guess so." Like the preparation, an hour from practice, and everything else. Traveling to the race and experiencing this weekend, man. It's amazing. I'm all smiles all the way. It's gonna be a fun weekend. I love the track here. I'm not sure how my back's going to hold up coming out of this gate all week.
He's got a weight belt, though. That's all right.
Yeah, tighten the weight belt up a little bit.
Because we are older, we talked about this, back problems all around. So we all know that. So.
Yeah, I was actually nervous about this gate, man. But I think it's going to be good. Don did good last year here. I did good last year. So
I did good a couple years ago.
You
not
did.
Last
You passed
year, but
me,
a few
didn't you?
years ago.
I did pass you.
Did you pass me, or did you straight up beat me? Because I know you got fourth and I got fifth.
I beat you Friday night.
Yeah.
And then you beat me Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I belly flopped in the first corner on Saturday. That hurt pretty good, asphalt.
Yeah, that's not a good one to do.
So.
That's not a good one to do.
But, yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be a good weekend, man. It's
I love
going to be a good weekend. We're here. We're out here in Florida. It's ready to go. So we're going to show these young kids.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You're going to see these old three showing these young kids.
Just watch for the main. It's going to be.
Right. We're going to try and do our best. Yes.
Try?
Yeah. We're going to try.
We are.
We are going to try.
He's going to try, Jason. Let's just do it, all right?
I'm going to.
Mine's already made up.
You can word it however you want.
Yeah. Well, guys, let's wrap things up here. We got another pre-show that's about in the books. Next up, we're going to be headed to DeSoto, Texas for stop number 3.
Jason Rogers, it's his track.
You know a thing or two.
He runs it.
You've won elite races out there.
Oh, my gosh. By like this much, he beat me.
Hey.
This much.
Hey.
And he got the jersey to prove it.
A win's a win.
Whether it's an inch or a mile.
And we're going to your backyard.
Going
you
to my
excited
backyard.
about that one?
I'm excited. Hopefully the weather is a little bit better than last year.
Because we only have a weekend off and then go,
it's a weekend off, and then we'll be there. And it's been pretty chilly, not going to lie. It's been pretty chilly at home, been tough to train. But I think the weather's going to be good. And track's always pretty decent there, so it's a good
I heard they changed it. Okay, I guess not.
Oh, you're funny, Don.
How's my bed? Because I'm going to be staying with you.
Yeah.
Did you make my blow-up mattress that's going to lose air in the middle of the night and me sleeping on the floor, basically?
I think we're going to borrow. We're going to borrow one.
Okay,
we're going to borrow one.
Great.
Perfect.
It's going to be a fun weekend. Weather's going to be good. DeSoto's always good. I love Oldsmar. Love DeSoto. Just the cool down area, the atmosphere, and everything. So it's going to be a fun race. Always a good elite race there, that's for sure, though.
Speaking of beating me, Robert Bebout is in the background right here. He beat me at, where'd you beat me? It was Ontario, California. It was at the World Cup. Okay, just international. It was in Cruiser. I had gate 8. He had gate 6. Where were you at? 5. Man. And he beat me straight up. And he won't let it go. He won't let it go. I won't let it go. That's where he's at.
Thanks, Don remembers and he doesn't remember.
Yeah, you guys think Donnie's got so many concussions. Donnie, this and that. He's got a memory. He got from the airport to here.
Ask
no
him
directions.
what he had for breakfast this morning.
He can't remember.
Don, that race that he lost.
Let me show you my text
ago.
asking him like what happened and what's this and what's that.
Selective memory.
Yep.
Let's get out of here.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. We got practice coming up. We're looking forward to a good racing weekend. Best of luck to you, gentlemen. We've been doing this for however many years against each other, so I look forward to getting on the gate one more year with these guys, racing all season long. And we're going to wrap things up here, and we'll see you guys next in DeSoto, Texas for Stop 3 at the USA BMX Pro Series Tour.
See you guys.
Clear.